Hello there, welcome back. In this video we're gonna see what arrays are and how we can work with them. Arrays are a fundamental data structure in C# and they are used to store and manipulate collections of data. And this is what we will see in this video. An array is basically a collection of elements of the same data types that are stored together. To declare an array, firstly we need to write the name of the data type, and then we need to write square brackets and the name of the array. That's the declaration part, and to give it a value or to initialize it, we write the equal sign. There are multiple ways, but firstly we will see this one. So we write the new keyword, the data type again, and inside the square brackets we write the size of the array, which is fixed. Every array has a fixed size that we specify in the beginning. And what this new keyword does is that the new keyword creates a new instance of an array in the computer's memory that in this case can hold 3 strings. Now to access each element of this array, we need to write the name of the array, and inside square brackets we access them by the indexes. Arrays begin with the index of 0, so the first element of the array is in the 0 position, and here we give it a value, a string value like John. And then to access the second element of the array, we go to the index number 1, and which is equal to, we give it a value like a string, another string like Max, a name of a student. And that we can do now also for the third student, because this array has only 3 elements. So beginning from 0, and we give the name of Paul. And if we would actually try to give a value to another student, to a fourth student, the program would give us an error, because the array has only 3 elements. I try and run the project here. We can see that the index was outside the bounds of the array on line 7. And that's basically the error. So to print out these elements of the array, we write the console.writeLine method, and we can use string interpolation, which we saw a couple videos back. So we write the $sign, and then inside double quotation marks, we write like some text, like the first student, and inside curly braces, we take the first student by writing the name of the array, and inside square brackets, the index of 0. And that we can do for all of the 3 elements of this array. So I'm just copying this. I'm doing the same for the second and the third student. So let me just write here second student and change the index to 1. Then the third student and change the index to 2. If I print this out, there we see first student John, second student Max, and third student is Paul. What we'll see now is another way to initialize the array. There are multiple ways, but basically you just need to know them. You can use whatever you want, but you just need to know them. So when you see it, you can recognize them. So I'm deleting that part here, and to give a value to the array, we can just write in the same line, inside curly braces, we can write the name of the strings, separated by a comma, so like John, Peter, and I don't know what the other name was, Max, and this is valid, actually. This is one way to do it, but we could also delete the first part here. That's not necessary. So just by writing the values of the strings inside curly braces, that's how we give value to the elements of the array. You can see that it works just the same way. Another way would be for us to just declare the array in the first line just like that, and then we can just initialize it down below. So student, by writing students, the name equals to this new keyword, string, name of the data type, inside curly square brackets, the size of the array, and then inside curly braces, we can write again we can give value to the elements of the array. So like John, Peter, and Max. If I run the project here, you will see that it still works. So there are different ways to declaring and initializing arrays, but you can just use one of them, whichever you want, but you need to recognize it when you see it on somebody else's code, for example. And here we will see how to reassign a value of an array. So if, for example, for the first element, we gave a value above to it, like John, we can reassign it by just accessing that element, so students in the index of 0, and giving it a value of we'll give it a surname as well, so John Baker. If I run the project here, the name was reassigned, so to say. So the first element of the array, we gave it another name. The same things when creating arrays works also for other data types. Let me just make a short example here. So if the array would be of an integer array, just need to write here int, give it another name like my numbers. It would work just the same way. And to initialize it here with my numbers equals new integer array with 3 places. And the values of the integers, of the elements, won't be inside double quotation marks, but just like numbers, just like integers. I'm changing it here also, the way we access the elements of this array. So my numbers in the index of 1 and my numbers in the index of 2. I'm just changing the text here that it shows when we display the elements of this array. If I run the project here, we see the first number is 1, second is 3, third number is 5. So it works just the same way. These were arrays in C#. We will work more with them in the upcoming videos and you will see why they are so useful. But this was it for now. Don't forget to subscribe to support the channel, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.